In 2020, we were introduced to the QuietComfort Earbuds. Then, in 2022, we got the QuietComfort Earbuds 2, which were then replaced by the QuietComfort Ultra Earbuds a year later. And now, in 2024, we are being introduced to the QuietComfort Earbuds again. Wait, is that right? It is. Confusing name aside, the new QuietComfort earbuds are the latest truly wireless earbuds from Bose. I really like the last pair of QC earbuds that I reviewed on this channel, so can these new earbuds live up to the QuietComfort name? We have a lot to talk about, so let's check them out. Alright, let's talk about the most important thing first, and the reason why you're all here, the sound. The short answer here is that these sound great. The long answer? Well, in Bose fashion, I feel these get everything right. These QuietComfort earbuds are very reminiscent of the older QC2 earbuds in that they produce a warm sound signature that's very accurate to the music. Everything I threw at these, from alternative to pop to hip hop to metal, all just sounded some version of good. As corny as this is, it's a sound signature that just makes your body want to get up and move. The bass here is boomy yet complimentary. Listening to something like Starboy by The Weeknd, the bass line here gets very deep and produces a rumbling presence, and depending on the preset you choose, it almost feels like the earbuds are actually shaking in your ears. Mids obviously sound good. There's enough separation between the vocals and instruments to not lose any details. With a song like Silhouettes of Monsters and Men, it's easy to pick out both vocalists as well as the different wind and string instruments playing around you. Speaking of which, directional audio is great too. It's so much fun being able to listen to a song and be able to tell what direction the beat is coming from. Highs are not ear piercing, in fact they come in crisp and clean. Listening to something like Beauty and Tragedy by August Burns Red, it's very easy to pick out the different sounds of all the different cymbals on the drum kit on top of the other instruments. Like I said, these sound great. And this is all straight out of the box too. You do have access to 4 different presets and even a customizable EQ to enhance the music, but I feel like you don't have to. These sound fine as they are. Personally, I love the way these sound, and I feel like they will hit the bullseye for most people. At higher volumes, I didn't notice any distortion or any ear piercing or ear tinging. Speaking of volume, these do get loud too. I found in my experience I can listen to music comfortably at 50% volume. There is a low latency mode for watching different media or gaming. You'll notice you have 2 different options to choose from: single session or always on. With single session, the low latency mode will shut off after every use. With always on, like the name states, the low latency mode will stay on permanently until you shut it off. And well, does it actually work? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. That's not a bad thing though. I just didn't notice any delay in audio. I connected these to my Switch, played some classic Mega Man, I watched YouTube and Crunchyroll on my iPad, and everything came through just fine. Although I didn't have a need for the low latency mode, it's nice to have the option for it. All in all, it doesn't matter how good they sound if they're not comfortable, right? Well, luckily these are, for the most part. I didn't feel any pressure when I had these in, but I will admit, depending on the day, I did feel some discomfort at times. It was really hit or miss for me. I'll go from 2 days of not being able to feel these to minor discomfort in my left ear the next day. It was really strange, but I guess my ears are just weird. Apart from that, the earbuds are still small enough where they don't stick out past my ears. For security, these didn't fall out of my ears no matter what I did. Once they're in your ears, they are not moving. They even survived the shake test with flying colors too. During my test, I did get caught in the rain, and even still, these earbuds did not fall out. Security-wise, Bose did an excellent job with the design. Speaking of design, the QuietComfort earbuds have been redesigned again. This time around, Bose decided to ditch the stem design and opted for rounded earbuds instead. They come in 3 different colors to choose from: chilled lilac, white smoke, and black, which is what we have here. Taking a closer look at the earbuds, we can see that there is a combination of both matte and gloss plastics. They look nice, but they are fingerprint magnets. The stability bands make a return as well as the oval ear tips. Around the buds, we have access to a large touch control panel, 2 visible external microphones, and a pressure relief vent. Finally, it might be hard to see in the video, but there is also a proximity sensor for your autoplay and pause. Switching over to the case, we can see the same matte and gloss plastics have been used. Needless to say, the case is also a fingerprint magnet on the inside. I will admit that the case doesn't feel the most premium out there. As for the size, this is definitely small when you compare it to the other Bose earbuds that we've tested, with the ultra open earbuds being the exception. It features a flip-top design with the Bose logo stamped on top. There is an LED indicator light on the front, and on the back, we have a USB-C port for charging. Bluetooth 5.3 is present here, and as expected, there were no issues with loss in sound. Connecting the earbuds to my phone and iPad were super quick and simple. Multi-point connection is present here as well. You can connect up to 2 devices at the same time, and I found you had to press pause on one device first before you can move on to the other. Transparency mode works the way it should. Exterior noise comes in through the earbuds, allowing you to be aware of your surroundings. In my test, I found the noise coming in sounded natural, but whenever I spoke, my voice sounded processed. With music playing, it depends on what you're listening to. Listening to alternative, I felt like 60% volume was the right spot to still be able to hear my surroundings like traffic comfortably. Whereas something heavier like rock or metal, I felt 50% was the sweet spot. You could obviously crank the volume louder, but just be aware you'll hear your surroundings less, which defeats the purpose. I did notice a little bit of white noise present, but with music, you won't really notice it. With ANC, I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's good, but not as strong as the older QC2s. Testing these out in my local laundromat, a lot of the noises got cancelled out, but there were a few that were definitely noticeable. This is a contrast from the older QC2s, which made it seem like I wasn't even there. Going into specifics, the humming of the machines was cancelled out completely, but the higher frequency noise of the water filling the machines was noticeable. Conversations did manage to squeeze their way in, but they were very subtle and you had to concentrate to make out what the people were saying. What I found weird was that someone was talking on speakerphone, and while I had a hard time hearing them, the person on the phone came through clearly. Taking these outside, the airiness around you gets cancelled out, but the whooshing from passing cars does make its way through. Remember, ANC in general does not have the ability to cancel everything out, only certain frequencies, and I find these perform well. Comparing them to similar competition, I actually feel these perform a bit better than my Jabra Elite 8s, and you guys know how much I love those. As mentioned earlier, touch controls are present, and I'm very happy to report that they are very responsive. They have a large area for the controls, which can be found on the top half of the buds. The controls are fully customizable. You are given the options of a single, double, or triple tap, as well as a long press, and you can choose between your different options like your play and pause, song skipping, taking a picture, or volume control, to name a few. But yes, you did hear that right. You can actually take a picture with these earbuds. As long as you assign this option to the controls, you can use either earbud as a remote shutter. And well, it works. I just don't know how often someone will actually use this feature. Speaking of features you may not use, these earbuds also have voice control. I'll be honest, I did not use this feature at all. But for those who are curious, you can control pretty much everything on these earbuds as long as you say the prompt, which is, "Hey headphones," and the command. I'll throw the list of commands on screen. You also get the option to control your earbuds in 5 different languages. With battery life, the QuietComfort earbuds are rated for up to 8.5 hours of playback, with an additional 23 hours with the case, for a total of 31.5 hours. I really wanted to do this test, but I wasn't able to. Normally when I do these tests, to make a long story short, I'll let the music play through the earbuds and I'll set them aside while I monitor the battery life. One of the annoying things with these earbuds is that you can't turn off the autoplay and pause. So the second I take these out of my ears, they'll stop playing, and they won't play anything unless they're back in my ears. Obviously this means the autoplay and pause works, but it's just not the best for battery test. Some can argue that I can wear these the entire time, but So many things happen throughout the day where I have to take them out anyway, and it's just hard to get an accurate test done. However, these do have a battery prediction section within the app. Like the name states, it predicts how long the battery life will last. What I found, since I would normally listen to music at around 50 to 60%, it would always give me a rating of around 12 hours of usage. After listening to music for about an hour with transparency mode turned on, the prediction dropped to 11 hours of usage, which makes sense. So really, if it's as accurate as it claims to be, 12 hours of battery life is pretty darn good. Quick Charge is also available with 20 minutes, giving you an extra 3 hours of playback, and wireless charging is also available. Alright, so here we are doing the mic test. As usual, I have coffee shop noises playing from my iPad at around 60% volume to give that real world feel. So I'll go ahead, I'll quiet down just to see how much noise comes in. Okay, now I can't really test out each microphone individually because the autoplay and pause will prevent me from doing so, which is really annoying. But I can test out each microphone this way. Okay. So it seems like sounds do come in through the left earbud. And what I'll do, I'll quiet this down, and this is what the microphones sound like in a quiet environment. As for the price, you can find these for the full retail price of $249 Canadian or $179 US. However, if you don't want to pay the full price, I do often see these go on sale. I actually paid the sale price of $219 Canadian. At the end of the day, I really like these earbuds. Going from the older QC2s, these do feel like a bit of an upgrade. These have better battery life, multi-point connection and transparency mode perform better, wireless charging is included, and they come in at a reasonable price point, which is cheaper than other Bose options. On top of that, the sound performance, which is the reason why we buy earbuds, is excellent. Honestly, it's very hard not to recommend these earbuds, and I feel that Bose has done a great job here. I might even go out on a limb and say that I prefer these over my Jabra Elite 8 Actives, and if you watch that review, you know that's big. But really, the biggest downside here is Bose probably could have gone with a less confusing name. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and slap that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment box down below. If you want to keep seeing more honest reviews like this one, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. That's it for me, guys. As always, I'll catch you in the next video.